We have the direct cost pool. Basically, these are the costs directly traceable to a contract. For example, a direct labor or subcontractor to work on a specific contract, or a direct material on a specific contract. Then we have the fringe expense pool, which will include basically employee benefits. The examples are health insurance, payroll tax, 401k, or PTO, holiday or sick leave. So those costs generally would benefit all employees. Next, we have overhead pools. So basically, overhead supports the contract performance, but it cannot be traced to one specific contract. The examples can include project supervision or office supplies used by technical staff. Some contractors will also have a separate pool that you may familiar with the name, which is called facilities expense pool. Facilities expense pool is actually a intermediary pool for costs like rent, utilities, building maintenance, as well as depreciation. So those costs will eventually be allocated between overhead and G&A pools based on how the facility is used. So that's more like an intermediary pool, where adjustment will be needed later. And then the G&A pool, general and administrative expense, which basically will support the company as a whole, which could include the accounting or executive salaries, legal, HR, or say general business insurances. These costs basically support the overall operation rather than performing the contract work. There's one question that we get all the time. What is the difference between a overhead and G&A? So the easiest way to remember it is that the overhead would support performing the work, while G&A will support running the business. And lastly, we have the unallowable expense pool. So the examples for expenses under that pool will include entertainment, alcohol, lobbying, or fines and penalties. These costs can still be recorded to your accounting system. They are just simply kept separate because they can be billed to the government. That's the other reason that the chart of account is so important, because it makes it easy to identify and separate those costs before they are ever included in the government billing.